It's kind of funny because my testimony of the week deals with the same guy, G. And we actually talked about it afterwards. So G got tag teamed by both Matt Bakers. So that's kind of funny. But during the block party on Friday, I was asked to give my testimony of how God delivered me from drugs and pornography and gangs and selling drugs and everything. So I shared my testimony, and after I shared the testimony, I walk inside, get water, and as soon as I come out, the guy G comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, come here, man, I want to talk to you. Can we go across the street? This is kind of private." And then he tells me, he said, "Everything you went through is what I'm going through now." And he said, "It just felt like when you were talking, you were just focused just on me and telling me my life story." He said, "It wasn't like you were talking about yourself, but you were talking to me directly." And I was like, yeah, that's how God works. God will use our testimonies to share something in someone else's life to bring them breakthrough. So I want to encourage you, whatever you're going through in life or been through in life, God's going to use that, but he's only going to use it if we what? Go out and speak it. If we share it. If we tell someone what happened in our lives. And don't worry about getting rejected, because I've been to a bunch of different states throughout the U.S., and guess what? I've been ejected probably over 20,000 times. I've been swung at by people in inner city neighborhoods in Tampa, Florida. A pastor I went out with, he actually had a gun pulled on him. But don't let that encourage you, because the guy that pulled the gun ended up getting prayer later on and receiving Jesus. And it's the last thing I'm going to leave you with. I was asked to keep it short. I'm long-winded. I'm from the South. So if you know anything about Southern Pentecostal movements, they speak forever. But so the last thing I want to share with you about is about the guy G. I said, look, he's like, I'm on probation too. That's what God did in my life. Totally took me off of probation supernaturally. I had a probation violation, and God, the judge threw out the violation and took me off probation, and I was free that day. And I told him, I said, the day I went home, I had a flyer for church on my door. Just like you got a flyer for church in your hand. And I said, God's gonna do something from now to November 1st in your life that's gonna cause you to run to this church on November 1st. And I told him, let's just pray about that now, because God will do it. I said, if he did it in my life, he'll do it in your life. And we prayed right there, and I said, what God requires us to do is surrender. And I said, have you ever surrendered to God? Have you ever accepted Jesus in your heart? And he said, no. I said, well, let's do that right now. If you want God to do something in your life, just surrender to him and say, God, I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of living life for my own. It got me in nothing but messes. And he did that right there on the spot. And I believe on November 1st, he's going to come running through the doors that first morning. And he's going to be like, I'm totally off probation. I'm off of drugs. I'm off of this. God did what you said, because God honors his word. Amen.